What's up, Mikey people? How you all doing? Welcome back again to my channel. Sorry if you hear any noise at the background. It's raining. Like we have heavy rain falling. So for us, there is no summer existing at all at all. So when it was officially summer, Mikey people, we had sunshine for a week. And that kind of sun, I don't want to. In fact, I don't want it. Better we remain in the winter than to have that kind of sunshine, Mikey people. It was extremely hot. It was too hot. Like we could not even step out. Oh, you would rather prefer to stay indoors than to have that kind of summer. You get it? So, Mikey people, so far, honestly, I've been missing you guys. Like, I know I've been posting, but I feel like I've not been connecting with you guys the way I should. Anyways, I'm going to be gisting you guys. I'm going to officially come back like the way I should. Yeah. Everything is going fine and good. I'm fine. My family is good. Today, I'm going to be coloring my hair. I shaved my hair some few days ago. So I just felt like, let me take you guys along, okay? So you can see this, my beautiful face again. So while I'm going to be coloring my hair, I'm going to be telling you guys the difficulties I had or the difficulties I faced making a choice of a house. So this is what I'm going to be using. They call it Bingang permanent powder hair color, something like that. And I'm going to be using the dark brown color. And they said I just need to put water and just put the powder inside, mix, and then put on my hair. This is the first time I'm actually trying this. Okay, I don't know the quantity of water which I need, but yeah, whatever. So this is how it comes. It's just a small. Okay, I just want something dark brown. I just want to act as if I colored my hair. It's not like, I think I'm just going to do spots. I don't want it all brown, but I'm just going to do a few spots. Okay. So immediately I knew we're ready to buy a house, Mikey people. Our apartment got sour in my eyes, in my mouth, in everything. Like everything about the apartment started irritating me. It started irritating me, guys. So here in Belgium, they don't have like these massive houses, okay? If you want that kind of house, you can get it, but you get it in villages. You can get a big house in villages with more rooms and all of that. Okay, so at that time, I was dreaming of this kind of big house where I'm really going to get enough lighting, okay? I just wanted space, space everywhere. So my first choice was going to look for a house in the village. So one time we looked online and we found a house in a village, in one of the villages here in Belgium. Mikey people, we went to visit. The house was big, everything, like it was really good. Mikey people, when I got there, the village was cold. When I talk about cold, it's not cold. It was too quiet for me. I say, eh? Am I going to live in this kind of place? I said, no, Mio. The house can be beautiful. It can be whatsoever. I can say no, but I'm not going to stay here all my life because I'm buying a house to stay almost all my life. So why am I going to stay in a place where I'm not going to feel like I'm going to feel bored or something? That was the first and the last house we searched in a village because that first one like that, the first one we looked for, Mikey people, no. I said, no, me, I cannot, and no, village. Village is not good for me. First of all, I came from the village to Europe. Eh? From village to Europe. Then I come to Europe now and I go and live in a village. One thing which attracts me in villages here, okay, villages are beautiful. Like villages in Belgium, they're so beautiful. They look, most of them, I'm not saying all, but most of them, they have this nature kind of feeling, like you see trees and all of that, you know. I was like, when I visited that house, I said, the house is big, oh, but I'm not going to stay where I don't feel happy. I said, village is not good for me. I said, I said, my father brought me here and made me live in the city. So me, I've accepted that city life 100%. I said, so I'm going to stay, I'm going to look for a house in the city. I know city houses are expensive. I'm not going to lie, city houses are expensive. But you can find a massive house in a village and it's going to be share. It's not going to be that expensive. Okay, it can be expensive, but not that expensive compared to if that same house was in the city. So I said, no, me. My happiness is very important. You get? I said my happiness is very important. So it's better I look for a house in the city, which I'm going to live. Like I'll have everything around me. My parents are going to be around me. Like I'm going to be happy. My parents are going to be there in case I also need help. They can be there for me when I want to get some stuffs around. I can easily get them. Okay. I said, so me, a city life which is good for me. That is when I decided, and Hobby, I told Hobby, please, I have given up. I have given up on village houses. I said, Hobby, what do you think? Hobby said, me too. Me too. I said, okay, that's good. We are on the same page. So that's how we started house hunting in the city. But Mikey people, it wasn't easy. You will see a very nice house, but you go inside, maybe it has just 2 rooms and a parlor, like small rooms like that. I'm like, Jesus, when am I going to find a house? We went to one house where the backyard was so green and also very massive, and then the parlor, the kitchen was okay, but the rooms were small. And not to talk of the most important part where I have my quiet moment, the toilet and the bathroom. They were so tiny. I'm like, no, no way. And that house was expensive. I said, me, no way. I said, no way. That bathroom, that toilet, no, it's not for me. It's not for me. It's not for me. Then we went to another house. In fact, there was always something wrong with a house. So you can have a house which has, let's say, 4 rooms, but maybe the parlor is tiny, or the kitchen is tiny, or maybe it doesn't just look. It was always something, always something. And one thing is, my husband wanted a house which has a garage where he can park his car. And for me, that was not my priority. Okay, I just wanted, my priority, honestly, was just a house which has enough lighting, because what I faced in my other apartment, it drew me back. It drew me really back when it comes to creating content on YouTube. Yeah. So I didn't want anything that is going to stress my life. So we kept on looking. We couldn't find. So we'll find a house which has garage, but maybe the kitchen is not good. We'll find a house which maybe has this, but there is something wrong. There was always something wrong. So my husband was like, if a house doesn't have garage, it will be very difficult for him. In the other apartment where we lived, we had 2 parking spaces which we were actually paying for. It was not for gratis. It was not for free. We were paying for it. A time came when we said, okay, we should take a break. We should stop looking for houses. Like my husband always told me, baby, don't worry. God is still making a way where there seems to be no way. He knows already the house he has planned for us. Out of the 10 houses, I was in love with maybe 6, but I never felt at home. Like you feel like, oh, this is where I really want to stay. I liked the houses just because, oh, they were beautiful, or they had this thing, while some of them, there was something that was wrong, or the stairs were too high for the kids, because when looking for a house, you definitely consider your children. It's not only about you. And my kids are the reason why we are looking for a house. So a time came when we decided that we were going to take a break on house hunting. Okay, so I went to work and I just decided to go online again to start searching for houses. Just the day after we said, okay, we'll take a break on house hunting. So the next day I went to work and I just said, let me go online again and search. So I went online and I found this house. Okay, I saw this house online and I just decided to, I said, let me just take an appointment. I said, the house looks cool, but yeah, anyways. So when I got to work, I went online and I saw this house online. Then I decided to take an appointment. So I took an appointment online, but they didn't call me to tell me when I'm going to come. But I showed my interest, like I showed my interest for the house. I didn't know Hobby was also in the house. looking. So he also saw this house. He saw this house and he also took an appointment. But now they called him and they made appointment the next day. But he didn't tell me. So when I came back from work that day, I called him. I said, baby, I said I found the house. He said I should show him. I said, but you have to still call me to tell me when I have to come. I haven't taken an appointment yet, but I've already shown my interest for the house. So he said he should see. Hobby saw this house, Nike people. He said this is the same house I've taken an appointment for. I said, you also took an appointment for a house. He said, yes. I said, we said we're going to take a break and you had to take an appointment for a house. He said, yeah, you too. I said, anyways, let's see now. We will go there. So while I and Hobby were talking, the 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 owner of this house called me to give me an appointment. So I told him, oh no, my husband already took an appointment for this house. So we are same people. We are one, okay? I said, so it's no need. It was my husband you gave an appointment at this time. So yeah, we are all going to come together the next day. So the next day, Mikey people, we came for this appointment. I walked into this house just like this, one leg. Hey, I felt at home. Like my spirit told me, this is the house. I felt my spirit. It's like God was telling me, Mikey, this is the house for you, okay? This is your house, my daughter. Rest. Rest. This is the house. My daughter, search no more. This is the house for you. I already felt at home. I entered and I was like, okay, I found peace compared to the other houses I went to. Okay, I felt some peace. I already felt at home. I'd not yet visited the house totally. So because we were with the kids, I had to stay down with them. So Hobby went to visit the house, visit everywhere. They took him round and round. So when he came down, he said, baby, it's your turn. I just told him, baby, I think this is the house because I feel my spirit has accepted the house. So I think this is the house. He said, okay, but just go and look. So I also went. When I came back, I said, what do you think? He said, yes, this is the house. No question mark. Like when he entered the house, that he felt this peace, like, yes, my son says no more. I said, baby, it's the same thing I'm feeling. It's the same feeling I had when I entered. So yeah, we filled in papers that same day. We said this is the house. The boss was like, are you guys sure? There are many people who just come and do round and round and they go. I said, no, sir. We are very sure this is the house we want. So we signed some kind of assurance papers. And that's how the procedure started until the 27th of April when we signed with the bank. And yeah, that was it. My husband always told me, don't worry. Now stop being worried. Stop worrying about this house issue. God has already planned. God already has plans. He already knows the house he has planned for us. So there will be a time he's just going to give it to us like that. And that's what happened. And I found a house which is at the heart. At the heart of the city. And not also far from my place to my parents' place is just 5 minutes. Mikey people, like all my dreams came true. I also wanted a house which when the rain is falling, I can hear the rain fall. Same like he gave me that apartment because I love rain so much. Maybe you guys don't know, I love to hear rain fall. So even in that apartment before we moved, I was saying I pray I find an apartment which when the rain is falling, I'm going to hear the rain fall. And that's what happened. That's what happened. And that apartment, when rain fell, I always saw the rainfall. I always heard the rainfall. And same with this one, I can hear the rainfall from my room. I can hear, like now I'm at the backyard, rain is falling. I'm just enjoying everything. So what I would say is there is just no perfect house, especially in this Belgium, no perfect house. But maybe you might find a perfect house like I said, in villages, but in the city, there is just no perfect house. There must be one thing going wrong